Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Coach Maureen, and I'm coming in live from Decaf Coffee Republic, the home of certified life coaches. Um, this coaching conversation is coaching for single living. So this coaching conversation is for singles who wants to live your life of singlehood, not based on what the society dictates, but based on God's design. So this is for singles who wants to live your life of singlehood to the full, be significant while waiting for your significant other, and become the right person while you are preparing for your Mr. Right. So thank you so much for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Please do tag a friend if you know anyone who's single, if you have single friends. So please do tag them and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this season. So you may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. And if you are watching this on a replay, so please do comment #replay. And I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. So again, I am Coach Mau from Life Coach Philippines. I am a certified CACC life and mental health coach, and I am also one of Master Coach A's Master Builder Apprentice. We build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream come true. I am also one proud scholar of Master Coach A in her Six Steps to Six Figures Speaking Career Training Program. I am also an entrepreneur and HR professional. I am one of the directors of Decaf Coffee Republic, Decaf, and where I am coming in live today. So Decaf is the home of certified life coaches. This is a place where inspiration begins and transformation happens. We are located across Bayanihan. If you're familiar with Bayanihan, it is along Pioneer Street corner, Brixton Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. So if you are just around the area, if you're around Ortigas, if you're around Mandaluyong area, come visit us, and we're looking forward to serving you here on floor. And you don't have to have um, a schedule with a life coach. If you need someone to talk to, you can just come and visit us, and let's have a coaching conversation. Also, I am the founder and creator of Getting There Coaching Community, Becoming Miss Right for Mr. Right. This is a safe space. This is a community, a safe space for single women who wants to lead up and become the best version of yourself as you wait or as you prepare for the season of dating, relationship, and marriage. So that's why it's becoming Miss Right for your Mr. Right. I am on a mission to help 1 million single women work different scenes, and I have no base your identity and your value and your worth with the relationship that you have. And being no boyfriend since birth doesn't make you less a person. Having no relationship right now doesn't make you less a person. Not, it doesn't make you less of a woman. But this season of singlehood is the best time to encounter your beauty within. Prepare for your next season so that you can become the best and the woman that God wants you to be the best wife and the mom that who will raise up a family in the next generation. So join me in my community. So you can find this in that's my Facebook group. So if you are one, so please do join me in my community. So hello to my fellow coaches who's joining me today. So thank you, Coach Marife, for joining me today. All right, so let's continue on. Okay, so also for this afternoon, please share your hashtag pack my bag moment. So what are this pack my bag moments? So these are the nuggets of wisdom or the things, the highlights that you get from this talk. So share this on your timeline, share this to your friends, share this to your groups or pages, and use hashtag pack my bag moment, and use hashtag coaching TikTok as well, so that we will know where did you get your hashtag pack my bag moment. All right, so for today, I'll be sharing on 5 ways to lift your self-esteem. But before that, so we have to define ano ba yung self-esteem. We often like interchange self-esteem with self-confidence, or with self-worth and self-value, and though it is not those are different things. Self-esteem is different from self-confidence, it is different from self-value and self-worth, but it overlaps. So today we're going to talk about self-esteem, and how are you going to lift your self-esteem. Ano ba yung value ng self-esteem in our personal life, especially if you're single. Ano ba yung value ng pagkakaroon ng self-esteem? So, self-esteem is inward facing. So, meaning it starts from within, and this is our emotional and cognitive assessment of our own worth. So it speaks of our self-respect and how we value ourselves. So again, so self-esteem is inward facing. It starts with your emotional and cognitive assessment of your own worth, of how you see yourself, and it speaks of your self-respect and how you value yourself. So that is self-esteem, and self-confidence is an outward thing. So it's more of how you how other people sees you, but self-esteem is how you see yourself. It's how you perceive yourself, how you see your value, your own worth, and it is how you respect and value your own self. So while self-confidence is our ability to interact successfully with the world around us. So this can be built over time as you nurture or define a set of skills and achievements. Yun yung self confidence. So we will start today about self-esteem, and how can we increase, or how can we lift up our self-esteem. So do you know that based on the research, 50% of women suffers, or 50% of women experience low self-esteem. So imagine how many women do we have around the world, and meaning half of it, diba? And once in our life, we feel that we don't have high self-esteem, and we think, or it came to a point in your life, or have you experienced that you came to a point in your life that you see yourself low lower than how others sees you actually, and you don't see your own worth. So question right now is, how are you seeing yourself? How do you see yourself when you look in the mirror? When you see yourself, how do you feel about yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you see your value? How do you see your own worth? Do you feel that you are worthy? Or because right now, especially if you're a single woman, if you're, and lalo na diba, if you're NBSB, have you experienced that sometimes you feel that you're not worthy of love, or you're not worth pursuing because no one is pursuing you, and you're not yet in a relationship, and you've been waiting for so long, like diba, longer than what you have expected, and you felt that like you came to a point wherein you asked yourself already that, am I really pretty, am I really beautiful, am I really worth pursuing? Then um why is the why is that person, or why the person that I really like doesn't is not pursuing me, or bakit walang nanliligaw sa akin, hindi naman ako pangit and all. So have you been in that point? So I've been in that situation. I can connect with you, and I've been in that situation before, that because I dreamt of, like, I thought that I'll get married at the age of 28, but I never thought that the waiting would be too long. So there was a time in my life that I thought that I'm not worth pursuing, or I'm not valuable, because why am I, or why are they not seeing my worth, or why are these people not, or why this person, the person that I like, not pursuing me, or something like that. So I've been in that situation. So if you've been in that journey too, or if you are in that journey too, so you are not alone. And a good thing is that it's okay if you're feeling that. You don't have to be ashamed of that emotion. You don't have to be ashamed of that feeling, but acknowledging it actually is the beginning. Because staying in that situation, of course it will not like give you the results that you want in the long run. It will not give you the life that you want. But acknowledging it, that you are in that position, or you are in that journey right now, is the beginning. Because that is the start where you want to, like, step forward. How do you want to move forward? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'll be sharing on 5 ways on how you can increase your self-esteem. And of course, why is it really important? Why is it really important to see who you really are, and see who you really are, not based not through the eyes of people, not through the eyes of yourself sometimes. Because sometimes it is us who doesn't see, it is you who don't see your own value, but looking your value, your worth, through the eyes of your creator. So number one, um, first way that you can do to increase your self-esteem or lift your self-esteem is never guess what others might be thinking. So have you been in that situation wherein you always think about what other people will tell about your response? Ba parang you dress up and think, or what will other people tell about your image, or what will people think about how you speak, how you come up in the camera, or how you um, show up in stage, or how you show up every day, or you think what will other people think about the decision that you will do, or the action that you will do. And you care too much of what other people might tell you about. You care too much about ano ba sasabihin nila, tong decision ko ba na to, magugustuhan nila, or tatanggapin ba nila ko kapag ginawa ko to. Or have you been in the situation right now? Are you in a place right now where you always think of what other people will tell you? Because in the past, they will just tell you na mali ang ginagawa mo, or ito, bakit yan yung ginagawa mo, ito dapat and ito. So you care too much about what other people might think about you. And because of that, you end up doing and choosing things not of your own choices, but because of what other people will tell you. But question is yung perception ba nila talaga na yun, or yung thought of what will other people will tell you, is it really true, or is it just you? Is it just your perspective? Is it the reality, or is it just you? Because how, like, really, how is it affecting you? How is it affecting you, like, thinking what other people might tell you, na hindi mo magawa kung ano yung gusto mo kasi iniisip mo baka magkamali ka, or baka ito yung sasabihin ng ibang tao pag nagkamali ka, or ito yung gagawin, pag ito yung ginawa mo, ma-outcast ka sa group. And you're wasting your energy imagining others' thoughts and intentions against you. But is it a reality, or is it just your perspective? And um, is it something that you can control, or is it something that you don't have control of? So train yourself to avoid making any assumptions about what others may be thinking, and train yourself to avoid making any assumptions about why other people choose to do or to say something, or to not do, or to not say anything. Like, have you experienced that na, dati naman ganito yung ginagawa niya, tapos ngayon hindi na niya ginawa, siguro galit siya sa akin. Or ano ba yung nagawa ko, bakit hindi siya nagsasalita? Or dahil ba ito yung ginawa ko, kaya ganito yung response niya. But how many of you like have already been in that point na you're already exhausted thinking about what other people are telling about you? Ayan. So, before we continue, so hello, Coach Candy, na medyo hindi malayo sa akin. Ayan. So, hello, Coach Teen. Hello, Coach Cherry. Ayan. And hello, Master Coach Asmin. So, thank you for joining me today. Yeah. So, are these thoughts and are these things within your control? Because we cannot control what other people will tell about us, but what we can control is our thoughts, our own responses. And in the first place, are the things really, is it just assumptions or reality, or is it just our perspective? Is it just your perspective na may sasabihin sila? Kasi baka wala naman talaga silang sasabihin about you. It's just you caging yourself, putting your cage in your own expectations that other people will say something about what you will do. And because of that, it piled up and you're doing things that you're really not happy about. You really don't want. And because of that, you lost yourself in the process or in the journey of doing it. Hindi mo na rin kilala sino ba talaga ikaw. But aside from what you're doing, when you take away the people around you that you're saying na sila yung dahilan kung bakit mo ginagawa yung ginagawa mo, then who are you? Who are you now? So, that's number one. Never guess what others might be thinking. But isn't it like better to not just think what other people are thinking? Because in reality, they are really not into what you like. They're not into what you are doing, but they are like they it's just you thinking that they will say something about your decisions and choices, but in reality they are not. So then secondly is live your own life. So are you living the life that you want, or are you living a life based on other people's expectations? So number one, diba, if you're if you are living, or if the decisions that you have right now is based on what other people are saying or might say about you, then who are you living and whose life are you living now? Is it your life? Is it the life that you want, or is it based on other people's expectations? So there's no way your life is supposed to be lived. So wala namang sinabi na, oh, you should do this, do that, or ito yung life na you should be living. Because our life should be lived, diba? Should be lived by us. Diba? Our life, we can design our life. We can like choose our life. And what we have right now, or where we in right now, is the result of our choices. So apart from God, diba, there are no other authorities appointed to judge the worthiness of your life. So apart from God, who have created you and me, who have created us, there are no other authorities who should tell us how we should live our life, how you should live your life. And you have no responsibility to please anyone or other person other than yourself and your creator. You can be of service to other people, but you should not allow anyone to dictate how you should live your life. You can live your own life to the full. And what is that picture of living your life to the full? It is you who can define it. It is you who can define how is it really to live your life to the full. And that's my heart. That's really my heart, to help single women, to really help you design what is really, how is it really to live a single life to the full. and it will not be based on my own definition, but it is like helping you out really define and draw and picture your vision of your single life. How do you really want, like, creating your single life to the full? How do you really want to live your life, your singlehood to the full? Is it based on what other people are telling you na, oh, you should be having a relationship by now, or you should be going out dating people, dating someone else right now because you are already old and you're still single and you should be having your own family by now? But whose standard is that? Is it your standard? Is it what you really want? Or is it other people's standard? You can establish your own life's purpose. You can live your own life. You can like create your own vision. And when you do so, when you create that, you get the power. When you do your own decision, when you get responsible of your own life, then you get the power over your life and you radiate that beauty from within. Like you can radiate with love, and the other people, diba, cannot dismiss that beauty that they see in you. They cannot like dismiss the goodness that they see in you because it comes naturally within and it grows within because ano yun, you're living your life. Unlike when you are just doing things based on what other people will tell you, because deep inside you know it's not your life. Deep inside you're not living, but you are dying. But when you live the life that you want, when you live your life and your life to the full with your own choices and decisions, so it will radiate from inside out. And it doesn't mean, di ba, you might be asking na, nasa na si God dun kung puro ako na lang lagi, di ba? Nasa na si God dun? And then, because it is based on your values. The question is, where are your core values anchored at? I am also a Christian. I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. And I believe in the sovereignty of God. But also, God has given us the free will to decide on what we want, diba? He doesn't created us to be a robot na ito yung gagawin mo, ito siya dapat, and He doesn't give any standards, but He has given us the free will. And when we have that real relationship with God, then we know as well when we are doing His good, pleasing, and perfect will, then we will also know. The Bible said, do not conform any longer to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you will know His will, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. And what is God's good, pleasing, and perfect will? So it differs from each and every one of us. It doesn't mean that when God says that it's good, pleasing, and perfect will, it doesn't mean that it's na madali siya. It's an easy life. Because the good, pleasing, and perfect will is based on how God sees it. And it says there, diba, do not conform any longer to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And how are you renewing your mind? In line with God's purpose, with God's words, with God's truth in your life. Then that goes with the balance. Sometimes masyado na nating na-highlight na, I am not going to decide on this because bahala na si God. Bahala na si God. But isn't it God is giving you as well your free will, your decision. God is telling you na decide on things because you're going to trust and depend on Him, because that decision will take will entail your faith. It will take your faith. It will take you to step out of your comfort zone and really believe God for the impossible things. Then question is, where is your faith anchored? Where are your core values anchored? Because your core values will say and will speak. It has a big factor on how you will decide on and what will be the choices that you will have. So that's second. So live your own life. And third is make your own choices. So those two are related. So your plan for your life today is the only plan that matters to you. Diba? Your plan for your life is the only plan that matters today. Few years from now, like 5 years from now, your parents, your family, perhaps your church and your friends have plans for your life too. But these people, like the people around you, the people closest to you, are just spectators of your life. And it is you who are responsible of your own life. Then what is your plan? What are your plans right now for your own life? Like 5 years from now, 3 years from now, where do you want to see yourself? Where do you see yourself? Like, yes, our family mean well. Of course, they love us, and of course, they only want the best for us. But at the end of the day, it is you who will decide of your own on your own life. It is you who will take that decision. It is you who's fighting in the ring, hindi naman yung parents mo, hindi naman yung ibang tao. It is you. So, what are the choices that you are making today, and how is it related to the life that you really want to have? So, the better choices you make, of course, the better your relationships you build. So, what kind of life do you really want to have? What kind of relationships do you want to build? What are the dreams that you have? And are the choices that you're making today, are they aligned to the life that you want? Are they consistent with what you really want in life? Or you want something but you're doing something else? You want to be successful but you want comfort. You want to build relationships but you are in the wrong place. So what are the choices that you are creating right now? And number four, yeah, so before we go to number four, ayan, sabi ni Coach Cherry Sanya, love that, live your own life, not the life of others. Yes, because at the end of the day, di ba, when like years from now, or maybe not years from now, because we don't know when are we going to like go home and when will be the last days of our lives. But when we are in our deathbed and look back in our lives, ano yung gusto mong makita when you look back in your life and like imagine how you live your life, and even how you live your single life when you are already married and you go back and reminisce your single life. How do you want to go back? Like, how do you want to see it? Do you want to see it not like I really live my single life? Those are the decisions that I have. Those are the things that I wanted. Like, I really have maximized my singlehood, pursuing the career that I want, the purpose that I have. Or when you go back, you will see like, ah, hindi ko pala buhay yung ni-live out ko when I was single. And sabi ni Coach Maureen, it's daily renewal. Really, it's daily renewal of the mind. And no one is perfect. And every one of us like create mistakes. No one is really perfect. But we can always begin, and every day is a new beginning. Diba sabi sa Bible, diba? Like, His grace and His mercies are new every morning. And every day we have a choice. Every day we have a choice and we can decide, like, are we going to start anew, or are we going to just live and continue kung ano yung sinimulan natin yesterday. But if you know that you are not in the right track, what will you choose? So, yan. All right, and then number four, so we're on number four right now. So value your own opinion. Yeah. So as we said kanina, di ba, apart from God, who is the highest authority in our lives, then who are the people? Like, who are the people that you value right now? And whenever we do, or whenever you do decisions or choices, when you create choices, kaninong opinion yung pinakikinggan mo? Do you also value your own opinion? Do you also listen to yourself? Or lahat na lang, hindi ko kasi gagawin to kasi sabi ng parents ko hindi to maganda. Or sabi kasi ng taong gusto ko, di ba? Hindi, kasi yung taong gusto ko, ito yung ano niya, ito yung path na gusto niyang puntahan. So, doon na lang din ako para magkasama kami. Pero tanong kayo ba? Anyway, that's another story. But like, whose opinion are you listening to? Whose opinion do you value? And whose opinions have weight in your life? So it's very important as well that who are the people that speaks in your life? Who are the people that you listen to? Do you listen to yourself as well? Because most of um because there are times that we listen too much, diba? With the opinion of other people, that you don't you no longer value your own opinion. Na hindi, sige, okay lang. Um, ito ito yung gusto ko pero ito kasi yung gusto nila, so ito na lang para walang gulo. And are you making your life choices sincerely and deliberately in alignment with your core values? Because at the end of the day, like, yes, of course, well-meaning people. That's why it's very important that you build intentionally the right relationship, because this relationship, these people will also know about when we intentionally build right relationships, then it means that we are building relationships with people who are also aligned with our core values, who are also like aligned, um, like we have same core values. We think alike in this stuff, because like, of course, no matter how well-meaning other people are and how important they are, at the end of the day, it is us who knows um, what are the core values that we have, what are the things that we value, what are the things that matter to us. And question is, do you really know the things that you value right now? And are the choices that you're doing aligned to your core values? Are these aligned to the life that you want to have? Or you do things, you decide on things because you are afraid that people will reject you, or your friends or your circle of friends where you are right now will outcast you? Know what? Sometimes it it's really not because the people around you are bad, but there are things that you have already outgrown, and you already need new people because you are in your new season, new people to support you, um new people who can like make you grow better in the journey. But it doesn't mean that na laging kailangan masama yung ending. But there are also relationships in our lives that are meant for seasons lang. And question is, who are the people in your space right now? Are they allowing you to grow? Like, really, you allowing you to grow and bloom to become the person that you want, that God designed you to be? Or you're in the space, or baka naman nandun ka sa space na akala mo doon ka before, but eventually when you journey, you get to know yourself more, and you get to know your core values, you get to align it to who you really are, to your faith, to the values that you have, and then eventually you realize na, oops, hindi pala ito yung group, or hindi ito yung mga tao na makakatulong sa akin sa vision ko. But you opt to stay because you are already there. Because building relationship in alignment to the life that we want, in accordance to the core values that we have, is a choice. It is a choice. It is building intentional relationships. So how intentional are you with your relationships as well? And then number 5, ayan, choose to associate mostly with positive people who support you. So, ayan, transitioning from 4 to 5, diba? Like, habitat really matters. It really matters who you are with. And it really matters to build intentional relationships with the right people. When we say right people, it doesn't mean that these are flawless people, but right people for you and for the life that you want to have. So who are supporting you? So if you want to get married, and if you believe in the sanctity of marriage, if you believe in the value of family, then who are the people around you? Are they supporting your values? Are they supporting your um, ideologies? Are they supporting the things that that matters to you? Or are you in a space that believe otherwise? So meaning, like for example, you believe in the purity, you believe in purity of yourself, you believe in purity of marriage and all, but you are in a space that pushes you to have casual sex. So how are these two, diba, can marry? So what I'm saying is that, of course, when you decide, when you choose to live the life that you want, it matters where you are staying. It matters who are the people around you. So, para kang nagtanim ng pine tree sa desert. Ayan. So, isa ka bang pine tree sa desert o isa kang cactus sa Alaska? Ganyan. So, di ba, it won't work. Kung ang design mo ay isa kang cactus, hindi ka mabubuhay sa malamig na ano, di ba, sa mayelo na environment. And so, what I mean is that if you're designed really, and you already know yourself, you already know your core values, you already know your vision, you already know what kind of life you want to live, then choices you need to decide, there will be choices that you have to take as well, so that you can intentionally build relationships, you can build the habitat that you have, and you can build the life that you want to have. And it doesn't mean that you're being like self-righteous na, ayoko dito kasi, um, and na, di ba, parang you play on, actually, dalawa yun eh. You play self-righteous, that's why you live, and you stay within that sphere of influence, or you play self-righteous, sabi mo, ayoko dito kasi, um, yeah, it will corrupt. And actually, it's not self-righteousness when you choose, like you choose the right people to be with you, because it also says in the Bible, diba, that bad company corrupts good character. Because eventually, no matter how great your core values are, if you are in a bad company, they will corrupt your character, because every day in day out, you are with them, so eventually you will also conform with that. So who are the people that you allow in your space? And it also speaks of your value. How do you see your value, and why do you allow trash in your space? Why do you allow toxic people in your space? So how do you value yourself? How do you respect yourself? Are the decisions that you're doing right now show self-respect? Do you does that reflect respect for yourself? Does that reflect your self-value? Does that reflect your worth? Then who are the people you are with? But do they, um like, are you in a space that supports your values, that supports your ideas, your vision? Or are you in a space that corrupts your good character? So in all of these ways, it is anchored in our mental models. How we see ourselves is actually anchored in the mental model that we have. And the mental model is an explanation of someone's thought process about how something works in the real world, and how you perceive things, how you process information, how you like process things around you. It is anchored in our mental model, and the mental model that we have is anchored as well. It is affected on where we have grown, paano tayo lumaki, saan tayo na-expose, and all of that. And but these are part of our behavioral health and mental fitness. It affects our mental fitness. And it's important that we also know how we think, like we like can see and we become aware of how we are thinking, our own mental models, na bakit nga ba ganito yung pag-process natin sa mga bagay-bagay, or bakit ganito yung perception natin into things, or bakit ganito natin napaprocess yung isang situation. And when we learn about our mental models, then we can also be equipped on the things that we have to adjust, we have to recalibrate so that we can create a new path in our brain. Ayan. So that's the beauty of it. And because of that, I want to invite you to our Be Learning Society. It is a tent maker of the Be Learning it is the tent maker of Be Learning for Mental Fitness. And alongside with that, the Cup Coffee Republic launched the Be Learning e-card. So when you avail the Be Learning e-card, you can have a 5% discount ng food and beverage order from Pickup. And then you have an all-access pass to Master Coach A's master class on mental models. So the second class that we will have is on June 19 at 7 p.m. And it's only exclusive for Be Learning e-card holders. And also, aside from that, you can also have the 90-minute um, coaching session with senior coaches of Life Coach Philippines. And you'll have all of that when you get or when you become a member of Be Learning Society and you avail the Be Learning e-card. So join us in the Be Learning Society, and like join us in the class, in our master class on June 19th. So Master Coach A will talk about mental barbell and how you can be mentally fit when you continue to like lift the barbell. Diba pag barbell physically, when we do barbell, but when we do exercise physically, yun yung pang-build ng muscles. So same thing with our mental fitness. When we do mental barbell, then we become mentally fit. So when we become mentally fit, then we can also identify thoughts, things na hindi na siya aligned sa gusto nating puntahan. Ayan, di ba? Going back, take every thought captive and make it obedient to Christ. And when we become mentally fit, then we no longer become slaves of our thoughts, but um, we can capture our thoughts and we can command the thoughts that we have, and we become the master of our own thoughts, di ba? Na hindi natin na-allow lang na kung saan-saan nag-wander yung mind natin, but we can command, we can like cap- capture the thoughts that we have and make it obedient to Christ and in alignment to the life that that we want and in alignment to the design that God has for us. So remember in all of this, in the things that I have shared about in the things that in the ways that I have shared to lift your self-esteem. Remember that you have what it takes to thrive. It's just a matter of choice, and you can decide now. So if anything resounds to you or resonates with you with what I have shared, so let's connect and let's talk further. Let's discuss it further and connect with me to register or for any registration assistance for the Be Learning Society. So connect with me. You can message me in my email address. That's coachmaumesica@gmail.com, or send me an SMS at 0917-903-8155, or message me in my personal FB account. So that's Maureen Mestica, or my FB page. So you can message me through Coach Mau or Singles Glam. Singles Glam is my page for singles. So if you're single, you can like please like my page, and then let's share about thoughts, about your about the things that comes into your mind. Let's talk about your emotions. Let's talk about your heart as a single person, and join me in my community that's getting there coaching community, becoming Miss Right for your Mr. Right. Okay, so as I end this conversation, then let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. So do join us again tomorrow for another coaching conversation. At 10 a.m., Coach Sean will be doing coaching for Saint Parenting, and at 2 p.m., Coach Nords for coaching for intentional living, and at 4 p.m. is Coach PB for coaching for self literacy. And also, I would like to invite you to Master Coach E's co-actively co-create life coach certification program. So we just recently concluded and launch and birth the second class of CACC certification program. So this is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life, so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. It includes 21-day web-based learning, 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And the program package also comes with many other bonuses. So connect with Coach Rizel through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right. So before we end, let me thank again the coaches who joined me today. Ayan, ang liwanag ng ano, 'di ba? May sikat ng araw dito sa ano sa, sa harap ko. Ayan, so thank you so much for joining me today, coaches. So and all right, so join us again tomorrow. So again, thank you so much. I'm Coach Mau from Life Coach Philippines. For coaching, think talk coaches like us, think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. Love bomb boom. Thank you. Bye bye. See you around.